This is my question now, just following on that, is triggered by that. Other reasons have been given for terminating a pregnancy that don't relate directly to the health of the mother, except perhaps mental health, but to the health of the fetus. Are there any conditions diagnosed prenatally that would be acceptable reason for terminating a pregnancy?
If the fetus is afflicted with a condition that is known to be fatal sooner or later, then it can be aborted. But this will be betraying the progress of the new science of fetology that aims at correcting fetal anomalies and even performing fetal surgeries to the fetus in utero.
Someone just wants clarification. Did you say that neither the donor sperm nor the donor egg are approved by Islam? In other words, sperm donors or egg donors?
Reproduction should be within the brackets of a marriage contract. Marriage contract is between two. It cannot accommodate a third party.
This is the last question, I think, unless others are coming forward with them. What is the process by which ethical positions or ethical standards are developed and accepted as authoritative for Islam when the issues are not specifically dealt with in the Quran? If you don't have a text in the Quran, how do you settle this?
As you know, in Islam, there is no clergy, no church. There is scholarship. And what we go by is, does the Quran say something about it? If not, did the Prophet say something about it? Number 3, work your mind, because there is a process of analogy. Alcohol is forbidden in Islam. Hashish was never mentioned, but by analogy, it was forbidden also in Islam. Also, the unanimous consensus of the scholars in one city at one time.
One more question has just been given to me. How does Islam or the Quran view Jesus or describe Jesus? You mentioned Jesus in your talk here. Can you say a little more about that?
Jesus Christ, Son of Mary, is the envoy of God, and his word that he bestowed on Mary and a spirit proceeding from him. Quran. I love Jesus. One of my most memorable dreams, lying, looking at the night sky with the stars in it, when one star in particular became more shining, and it started approaching. And as it approached, I realized it was Virgin Mary carrying baby Jesus on her left arm. And they came nearer and nearer until they stopped about 20 yards away. So I bowed my head in respect, to which she answered by bowing her head and retreated again to become a star in the sky. I do love Jesus, and I believe in him. And a puzzle that often eludes me, that we Muslims love Jesus so much. We have the same miracles in the Quran, and even one more. You know what? When Mary gave birth to Jesus, and they took him and went to her family, and they accused her of being so and so. And God had inspired her to remain silent and just point to the baby. So she didn't answer. People were used to the idea of fasting from speaking. Don't speak today. And Jesus spoke. This is not in the Bibles. And Jesus spoke, saying, I am the servant of God. He gave me the book and made me a prophet and recommended to me to pray and give alms for charity and kind to my mother. It didn't make me miserable in this life. And all peace be on me. The day I was born, the day I will leave life, and the day I will be resurrected to life again. This is what the Quran says about Jesus. And yet it puzzles me. Let me ask you the question. I say that about Jesus. And you, and I don't mean personally you, but there are those who said and still say Jesus was a liar, an impostor, and his mother was a bad woman, etc., etc. And you love them more than you love us. Can you explain?
Anyone want to answer that question? You understand the question? Yes, I can explain. There is evil deep in the heart of human beings, and they need help from God. And together we may find that. We've been in the presence of a great person tonight. We're all in your debt, Dr. Hathout, and also the other Dr. Hathout for helping us this evening. Let's thank them both.
Thank you.